It's race day here in Italy once again. Monza, home to so many records. The smallest winning margin, for example. Do you remember in 1971, Peter Gethin beat Ronnie Peterson to the line by 1/100th of a second. There were 40 overtakes for the lead alone in 1965, and Kimi Räikkönen clocked a record top speed of 230 miles per hour here, just over a decade ago. So there's a lot to live up to then for all of our drivers today. With top speeds reaching 215 miles per hour, only a few places can challenge Monza's crown as the fastest circuit in F1. Hard braking zones going into the 3 chicanes make up the majority of the 11 corners on this 3.6-mile circuit. And just in case the slipstream wasn't enough, 2 DRS zones will help encourage some closer action. It's a very tight turn 1 here and a very big braking zone. It's a corner, Anthony Davidson, where we've seen a number of lap 1 incidents in the past.
As you say, it's a very small piece of track when you have more than just one car trying to go through it. The actual run down towards the chicane is quite wide, so off the start, we'll often see drivers running 2 or maybe 3 abreast as they come up towards the braking zone. Everyone wants to brake late, of course, to win track position, and that tends to be where we see a lot of contact. And you'll see the more experienced drivers kind of hang back a little into here and focus more on picking up the pieces from other people's incidents.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position and power completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Max Verstappen and Norris, Gasly, Weber, Hamilton and Roman Grosjean. Räikkönen, Perez, Robert Kubica and Sainz, Hülkenberg, Butler, Alexander Albon and George Russell. Giovinazzi and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Well done off the line, we're in a good position. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. We have a very worn-out MG UK. Our battery charge speed is suffering, and if it gets much worse, we could be forced to retire. Our data shows the tyres are okay right now. We anticipate good levels of grip for the next few laps at least. Leading our teammate by 6.9 seconds. They're on old softs. They're in 5th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 28.3. Bottas is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 5.2 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:27.6. Pack, P1 Bottas behind. Our gap behind is 4.9 seconds. They're on old softs. You have 4 laps till your pit window opens. 22 laps to go. Okay, we think the effects of the tyre deg are going to kick in soon. We should be alright for the time being, but you will start to find it a bit more slippery out there. Just to advise you, we're expecting the tyre grip to start falling off noticeably around now, but this set should be okay for a while longer despite that. Understood, stopping this lap. Leading our teammate by 12.5 seconds. They're on old softs. They're in third. The time last lap was a 1:29.5. Lando is in the pits. Lando in the pits. Release, release. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Green flag. Safety car, safety car. No overtaking. Reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. safety car now. Do not pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car. Approaching the safety car. You're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car. Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. You will be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety car has reached the pit lane. Okay, clear. The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. To run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon. Bottas behind. Okay, the gap behind is 3.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 10 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:28.4. Second a lap to the car behind, 1 second. DRS will be offline. There's a fault with the rear wing system. Stay out, we can work on a fix remotely. Some information on Verstappen. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow. Gap to teammate behind is 14.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 7th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 28.2. This is your final lap of the race. We're leading our teammate by 14.1 seconds. Nice work, that's P1. Race win. Well done.
Another race and another win for McLaren. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure, and no doubt they'll be celebrating tonight. So, let's review the drivers' standings. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Some amazing talents out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, after a drive like that, it's got to be Devon Butler, hasn't it? Confident, aggressive. You could see how hungry he was for every position he took today.
Let's move on to the constructors. The current championship leaders still hold top spot, but that gap is getting smaller. Meanwhile, Toro Rosso's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.